Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie's Cards. Thank you so much for joining me today. Creating quite a, I wouldn't say clean and simple, but a flat card today. No kind of interactive element with this one, but it's using these gorgeous stamps that I got from the Simon Says stamp collaboration with Pink and Maine. This is the first time I've bought any of these Simon Says stamp collaborations, and I just had to have this one. It was so cute. I'm also using these Mama Elephant Silhouette Snow Trees that I used in my last video. I'm going to show you how I coloured those, and also the Mama Elephant Into the Night die set. So I have gone ahead and coloured and cut out my images. Now I was heavily inspired by Nicole Spore's colouring for this. She used these stamp sets to make some cute little tags, and I kind of borrowed her colouring idea. So I've created them kind of a little bit pink with some red accessories. So onto my trees. So I've already coloured and cut out 5 of them, but I'm going to use 6. So I wanted to show you how I did this 6th one. So I have used 2 different shades. The kind of darker green is G29 and G17. And this lighter green that I'm going to be using is G28 and G24. Now, initially, I kind of liked the lighter green first. Liked the lighter green more. But I kind of have changed my mind a little bit. And I think I like the darker green combination. But either way, I do them exactly the same way. So all I do is I go in with my darkest marker first and kind of lay out a bit of shadow at the base of each layer of the tree, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of just using the die kind of as a guide as to where those layers would be, and using my darkest marker just to lay in a line of shadow at this point. Now I'm going to go back in and add a little bit more darkness, so increase the kind of shadow line, if you like, a little bit further up the center of the tree in each piece, in each layer. And once I've done that, I'm just going to go in with my lightest marker, and I'm going to start by kind of adding a little bit of light to the center of my tree and kind of like doing a bit of a line around where I think the snow should be. I'm hoping this makes sense. It probably makes more sense as you watch it as I color. So I'm kind of just trying to leave the tops of the branches white so that they look like they've got snow on them, and just kind of working with this lighter marker to blend out the darker marker. So particularly where that darker marker is, I'm trying to kind of go over the edges a few times in order to kind of blend that darker marker out, and then filling in the gaps with this lighter marker. So just trying to kind of create a little bit of a snow fall look on the tree. So kind of being careful to leave enough white that it looks like a nice little blanket of snow. And then just kind of, as I say, trying to blend out that darker marker as best I can. So now that's done, I'm kind of using some flicking motions down the tree. You don't see a great deal of this, so I'm not bothered too much. But that's it. It doesn't look great at the moment, I'm the first to admit, but hang in there, because when I add this step, when I add this gel pen, I really think it transforms. So the key to this, obviously, I'm just dotting on the white gel pen, but I am adding some larger dots in places. So you can see that there are a few larger dots in there along with the smaller ones. And this is what really gives the effect of snow. And I think it's this gel pen that really makes these trees come to life and makes them look really pretty. And it kind of goes from being something that looks a bit odd to something that I think works really, really well as a snowy tree in a Christmas scene. So here you can see I've done the gel pen on all of my trees now. And it kind of transforms them, I think. It takes them from being something a little bit kind of blah to something that looks quite good. Okay, on to the rest of my card. So I have cut my panels from some Bristol Smooth cardstock using that Mama Elephant Into the Night die, and now I'm using some Distress Oxides. Now I initially went in with broken china into the center. I'm just going to add some repositionable tape on the back of these to try and hold them a little bit steady as I am inking on top of them. So yeah, initially I used broken china in the center of my panels. I decided that when I put in the next color, which is Salty Ocean, I decided that that broken china looked a little bit too greenish. So I actually went over the top with the Salty Ocean. And in hindsight, I would probably just use the Salty Ocean and get rid of the broken china altogether. But I've left it in here because this is what I did. So I am kind of using that lighter color in the center. And this is where I'm kind of thinking, I'm not sure about it. I'll keep going, see what happens. And then I kind of think, you know what, I'm going to go over the entire thing. I did do the other one first. I did come back in and try and blend it out a little bit to see if it would improve. But I just felt like that broken china was a little bit more greenish. I don't know if that makes sense. So I cracked on with the other one. I decided to do that one before I made the decision of just going over everything. But it's around about this point that I think, you know what, I'm just going to cover the whole thing in this Salty Ocean and make the whole thing kind of this darker blue without that greenish tinge to it. So that's what I did. Just blending out all over. It's quite heavy-handed. It's quite thick on there. And once I had done that, I came in with chipped sapphire, and I used that just to go all the way around the edges of this ink blended panel. So this is the piece that goes in the center of the frame, and it kind of makes it look like falling snow in a sky. I guess it's meant to be a night sky, so it's called Into the Night. But you can obviously use it for a day or night. I'm going slightly darker, so maybe twilight. I don't know. Anyway, I just kind of wanted a nice kind of deep bright blue at the back, because I really wanted my images at the front to pop and this kind of background to be not subtle as such, but kind of just in the background, if you know what I mean. I didn't want it to be too kind of fancy and too bright in terms of lots of different colours in the background. So I just chose to go with blues and just in the end decided on a lighter and darker blue. So I'm just finishing off here. Once I've put that chipped sapphire on, I'll go over it again with just what's left on the Salty Ocean brush. Just blend that out a little bit, and once I'm happy with that, that's it. I'm not doing anything else. So now I've taken out this Fa La La stamp set, which I used in my last video, and it says, "Have a magical Christmas." I've white heat embossed that on my panels. Then I've used another sentiment from that same stamp set to stamp out into the center of my card bases, along with one of those little marshmallow snowmen. And now it's just a case of adhering everything together. So I'm just using my liquid glue as always. I'm keeping these cards nice and flat. No, as I say, no fancy interactive elements today. Just a nice flat Christmas card that's easy to post if I wanted to. So while I'm gluing this, let me remind you that I have a giveaway currently going at the moment. It will be running until the 1st of November, which is Tuesday. So if you haven't already, go and check out my previous video and you will get all the information about that giveaway in that one, and it will tell you how to enter the drawing to win a little gift voucher. This is in honor of me achieving 500 subscribers on YouTube. So I would love you to join me and to enter that drawing to try your luck, see if you could be the lucky winner. So please do go and check out that video as well. That is the video where I used these snow trees initially, and I had a few requests after that one asking if I could show how to colour the trees. So that's why I've shown the colouring on this one today. I hope it helps. I will say again, I am no artist, and I'm sure there are people out there who do a much better job than I do, But I thought these turned out kind of sweet, and as I say, with that gel pen on top, it kind of just transforms them into something quite magical, I think. And these little dies are a great purchase. I can see myself using them a lot in lots of different videos, not only for winter. I think they could definitely be used all year round, really. So I'm really happy with these little trees. They were a purchase that I wasn't going to make initially. I kind of had them in and out of my basket several times before I decided to take the plunge and go ahead and buy them. And I'm so glad that I did, because I think they are so lovely and they set the scene for so many different stamp sets. Back to these Pink and Main stamp sets. I've never used Pink and Main as a product before, but when I saw these on the Simon Says Stamp collaboration, I could not resist. And then when I saw Nicole Spohr making some gorgeous tags from them, it's what tipped me over the edge, and I went ahead and ordered them. So I'm really glad I did, because they are so, so cute. I do have lots of snowmen images, but I don't have snowmen marshmallows. So, like, you can't go wrong with snowmen marshmallows. So that is it. My 2 little quick and easy Christmas cards are done. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And please do subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you come back again. Thanks so much for joining me today. Take care. Bye.